This is ChestertonRadio.com.
And here's the cinnamon bell.
This is the story of the Cinnamon Bear and his very marvelous adventures with Judy and Jimmy Barton. But we can't very well meet the Cinnamon Bear until we meet Judy and Jimmy. They are twins, and they live in a big, old-fashioned house. At this very minute, they're in the upstairs sitting room. And from all I can hear, Judy and Jimmy are busily engaged in that very pleasant task of writing letters to Santa Claus. Let's listen.
How are you getting along with your letter, Jimmy?
Oh, pretty well. I guess I've got about everything down here.
Now, don't go asking for everything the way you did last year.
Oh, you girls are all alike. I bet you if we counted the things in your letter and the things in mine, you'd have the most.
I bet you I wouldn't either.
You would.
Well, I won't argue about it. But I bet you my letter's more dignified than yours. Now, stop bothering me so I can finish it. Let me see. P.S. And Santa, there's just one thing more I'd like. A nice red V.L. Well, that's not right. Jimmy, how do you spell velocipede?
Velocipede. V-A... Oh, you're too old for a velocipede anyway.
I guess maybe you're right.
Judy, Jimmy.
Yes, Mother.
Here, Mother.
Have you finished those letters to Santa Claus yet?
Yes.
That's good, because we've something very important to do.
What's that, Mother?
What do you suppose I have in these cardboard boxes here?
I know. Our Christmas tree ornaments.
Yes, and you promised us we could help you go through them to see if any of them were broken.
Right.
Oh, let's hurry, Mother. I can't wait.
Just a minute. I'll put them right here on the table.
Oh, boy.
I hope that little pink Santa Claus didn't get broken.
We'll see.
Oh, aren't they beautiful?
I'll say. I like those big gold ones especially.
Everything seems to be pretty much in order. All the tinsel is here, the lights. Everything seems to be here except...
Except what, Mother?
Well, I can't see the silver star anywhere.
You mean the big one we always put way up on top of the tree?
Yes, but I don't see it in any of the boxes.
Oh, gee, Mom. I'd feel most awful if anything happened to that old silver star.
Me, too. Well, we've had it on top of our tree for years and years. Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the silver star.
Now, don't cry, Judy. It's probably just misplaced. I remember Uncle Jed took some things up to the attic last year after Christmas. Perhaps he put it away up there.
Could we go up and look for it, Mother?
I don't like to have you running around in that old attic. You might get hurt. Besides, it's too cold.
But, Mother, please, we've just got to find the silver star, and we have our sweaters on.
All right. But you've got to promise to be careful and not stay too long.
We won't, Mother. Honest, we won't. Where should we look first?
If Uncle Jed put it away, it's probably in that big trunk in the corner by the window. Be careful you don't hurt your fingers when you open it.
We'll be careful. Come on, Jimmy.
Okay, here we go up the stairs.
Now, don't run, children. You might fall and get hurt.
All right, Mother dear. Fasten up the fraidy cat.
Gee willikers. They sure are steep stairs.
Yeah. They're a lot steeper than Mary Louise has at her house.
I bet these are the steepest stairs in the world.
Sure they are.
Here we are. I beat and you're a fraidy cat.
You didn't either, Beat. I got here at the same time, and I'm not a fraidy cat.
All right, then we both beat.
Okay. But if we both beat, who is a fraidy cat?
Oh, Charlie Simpson's a fraidy cat.
Yeah. Gee, there sure is a lot of stuff up in this attic.
Yeah, just look at all those suitcases and boxes and things.
Yeah. And there's that old spinning wheel and the music box. And...
Oh, Judy, there's the old trunk Mother told us to look in.
Must be awful full of things. The top is enclosed all the way down.
Well, you get on one side, Judy, and I'll get on the other. And then we can both lift at the same time.
All right, Jimmy. Gee, that was kind of heavy. Oh, look, Jimmy. There's one of those old crazy quilts right on top. Take it off and we'll see what's underneath.
Okay. There. Smells like mothballs, doesn't it?
Uh-huh. Do you see the silver star anyplace?
Just a lot of old clothes and stuff. Let's lift this top thing out. Come on, Judy, help me.
All right.
Now, let's see. Say, here's a small box of ornaments.
But they're all broken, Jimmy. And the silver star isn't there.
Gee, here's one that's not broken. It's a pretty little airplane. It's made out of gold glass or something.
We'd better take that downstairs with us. Why don't you put it someplace where it won't get broken?
I'd better, I guess. I'll just set it on top of this old dresser here.
Jimmy. A little teddy bear with a green ribbon around his neck. Gee, he isn't any more than 4 inches high.
Look what I found, Judy. A real honest-to-goodness telescope. Isn't it a dandy?
It's scrumptious. I bet that belonged to Uncle Jed when he was a sailor.
I bet so, too. It sure is a wonderful telescope. When I look through it, everything seems a million times bigger. Boy, I bet if I was out on the roof, I could see clear over to England.
Farther than that, maybe. You know what, Jimmy?
What?
This teddy bear is the teeniest one I've ever seen.
Sure is. Say, Judy, I bet if we looked at him through this telescope, he'd be a lot bigger.
Let's see, shall we? I'll lean him against the back of the trunk and you look.
All right. Now, just wait till I get it fixed. Jiminy crickets.
What do you see, Jimmy?
Willikers, he looks bigger than anything. Take a look, Judy.
Let me see. Goodness, he is big, isn't he? Why, he looks almost as big as we are, only he really isn't.
If you'd move over a little, Judy, we could both look at the same time. There. That's it. Can you see him?
Plain as day.
Judy, he moved. The bear moved. Did you see him moving?
I thought I did, but...
Sure he moved. Gosh.
Garage.
Judy, listen. He made a noise.
Maybe it was just a creaky board.
No, it wasn't any creaky board. It was that bear, and I'm going to talk back to him.
Oh, Jimmy, maybe you better hadn't.
Oh, don't get scared. He can't hurt you. He's really only 4 inches high. Hey, you teddy bear.
Hello. Oh.
Did you hear him, Judy? Did you hear him? He growled at me.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Say, Jimmy, ask him if he's a really, truly live, real bear.
All right. Hey, teddy bear, tell us, who are you?
I'm the cinnamon bear with the shoe button eyes, and I'm looking for someone to take by surprise. I go prowling and growling each night after dark, but the folks say my growl's just a cinnamon bark. Though I growl,
Hurrah!
and I growl,
Garoo!
my victims only say, oh, who's afraid of you? I'm the cinnamon bear with the shoe button eyes, and I'm huffy and fluffy and tough for my size. I devour lots of honey and cinnamon buns, just to make me ferocious, but nobody runs. Now I'll growl,
Hurrah!
and I'll growl,
Garoo!
and if you act afraid, I'm much obliged to you.
Oh, that was wonderful, Cinnamon Bear.
Hurrah!
Jimmy, let's pretend we're really afraid, huh? It'll make him feel good.
Oh, all right.
Oh, don't give us a scare like that again, Mr. Bear.
Hurrah!
Oh, Judy, I'm scared.
Garoo!
Oh, Jimmy, hold my hand tight.
Sure, and did I really frighten you?
Terribly.
You just about scared the daylights out of us.
Well, I promise not to frighten you any more. That is, not until me ferocious nature gets the better of me again. Now, would you be kind enough to tell me your names? I always keep a record of the people I scare.
I'm Jimmy.
And I'm his sister, Judy.
I'm much obliged to meet you, I'm sure. My name's Paddy O'Sullivan.
That sounds Irish.
Sure, I'm slightly Irish. That's why I wear this green ribbon around my neck. But tell me, what are you two doing up here?
Well, we lost the silver star that goes on top of the Christmas tree.
Have you ever seen it, Cinnamon Bear?
A silver star? Did it have 5 points?
I think so.
Sure, I've seen it lots of times.
Oh, show us where the silver star is, Cinnamon Bear.
Oh, it's not here now. It's gone.
Gone?
Oh, dear. What shall we ever do now?
Well, who took it?
Why, the Crazy Quilt Dragon, to be sure.
Who is he?
Oh, just a dragon. Not a very good one at that. He's terribly fond of shiny, bright things. Every day for the past month he's been running into the trunk to admire the silver star. And this afternoon it got the best of him, I guess. He just upped and ran off with it.
Oh, now we'll never see the silver star again.
Here, now, don't carry on like that. You can get the silver star back. Well, maybe.
How?
By going after the Crazy Quilt Dragon. Chase him. I'll help you.
Will you really?
Oh, sure I will. Crazy Quilt's no great friend of mine. And besides, you were both very obliging and got perfectly terrified when I growled at you.
Oh, you're the most wonderful cinnamon bear in the whole wide world.
It's very nice of you to say it.
Well, if we're going to catch up with the Crazy Quilt Dragon, we better get going.
Where do you think he went, Paddy?
Well, if I know Crazy Quilt, he probably headed for the Lollipop Mountains.
The Lollipop Mountains? Well, how do we get there?
You see that little hole in the wall by the music box?
Yes.
Well, we just pop right through there.
Oh, but Paddy, Judy and I can't get through that little hole.
Oh, yes, you can. It's very simple, really. All you and Judy have to do is degrow.
What do you mean, degrow?
Just degrow. Get smaller and smaller and smaller until you're only 4 inches high, like me.
Gosh, we can't do that. Why, it's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. I can show you how to do it in a jiffy.
Phew, that sounds most magical.
Willikers, show us how, Paddy. Quick.
All right. Now listen very carefully, and I'll tell you how to degrow.
Well, well, if the Cinnamon Bear can show Judy and Jimmy how to degrow until they're only 4 inches high, then as Judy says, it really will be most magical. And maybe they'll be able to catch the Crazy Quilt Dragon and recapture their precious silver star after all. Anyway, be sure to listen next time and find out just how the Cinnamon Bear manages to make Judy and Jimmy only 4 inches high.
This is Chesterton Radio, your home for podcasts of works by G.K. Chesterton, plus drama, comedy, mystery, science fiction, big bands, and much more. The soundtrack to your Chesterton day at chestertonradio.com.
J-E-L-L-O! The Jell-O program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston and Phil Harris and his orchestra. The orchestra opens the program with Life Begins at Sweet 16 from Scandals. On one of our recent programs, we said the Jell-O was delicious, served perfectly plain. Well, it seems that one of our listeners objected to that, for she wrote in and said, there's no such thing as plain Jell-O. The shimmering mold of Jell-O in any one of those 6 beautiful colors just simply can't be plain. Well, of course, she's right about that, but what we meant was this. You don't have to add anything to Jell-O to make it delicious. You can serve it without any special dressing up, and you'll have a grand dessert every time. For Jell-O brings you delicious extra-rich fruit flavor that rivals the flavor of the fresh, ripe fruit itself. But whether you serve Jell-O plain or with fruits, nuts, or whipped cream, you'll always find it makes a grand dessert. So insist on genuine Jell-O. Don't accept any substitutes. For there's only one Jell-O, and only Jell-O brings you that special extra-rich flavor. Look for the big red letters on the box. They spell Jell-O. That was Life Begins at Sweet 16 from Scandals. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we bring you that all-around swell guy, a man I'm proud to call my friend, one of the sweetest fellows that I've ever been associated with, Jack Benny.
Thank you. Well, Jell-O again. This is Sugar Benny talking. And, Don, tell me, what happened? My goodness, what's come over you?
Oh, nothing, Jack, but after 3 years of working together so harmoniously, I feel that you deserve such a tribute from me.
Oh, I see, Don. It took you 3 years to get that old feeling. Are you sure you had no other reason for that lovely eulogy? I mean, no ulterior motive?
Oh, no, Jack. I've always been very fond of you and regard you as a real pal.
Oh, then the fact that there are only 12 more shopping days till Christmas had nothing to do with it?
Absolutely not. I like you whether you buy me a gold cigarette case with my monogram on it or not.
Then you weren't hinting or anything?
No, Jack, I swear it on a box of Jell-O.
What flavor?
Raspberry.
I thought so. I knew there was a reason for those sugary sentiments. Oh, hiya, Phil.
Hello, Jack, old boy. Glad to see you, baby.
Baby? He likes me, too. You know, folks, it's funny how the Yuletide season can put wings on a rat. So you're glad to see me, huh?
Yes, Jack, and I never saw you looking better. Boy, you look like $1 million.
Oh, I do, huh? Well, I'm not going to spend any of it, so don't be so complimentary. You and Don have become great fans of mine all of a sudden.
Jack, I always thought you were a great guy and a very talented artist.
Then why didn't you tell me?
What for? You know it.
Oh, that's right.
And furthermore, that compliment I paid you had nothing to do with the Christmas present.
That's a lie.
It is not.
Then take an oath.
All right. May I almost drop dead if I'm lying.
That's fine, Phil. I'm going to nearly give you a present.
Well, practically, thanks.
Let me tell you something, Phil. The way you've been acting this past year and your general attitude toward me, I wouldn't spend over 50 cents on a gift for you.
You wouldn't spend over 50 cents on New Year's Eve.
Why, I would, too.
You'd have to get cockeyed first.
Well, a little anesthetic helps. Anyway, I'm too smart to be fooled by you guys, you and your false compliments.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Da-da-dum,
Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, honey bunch.
Honey bunch. Well, I suppose I'm a swell guy. You're glad to see me, and I look like $1 million.
You took the words right out of my hint.
Oh, I see. Why don't you ask me for a kiss now? Go ahead. It's near Christmas. You ask me for a kiss, and I'll turn you down so fast it'll make your head swim.
That's more than your kiss would do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not so bad. How about the other night in the Trocadero when the lights went out?
Was that you?
Yes.
Then I apologize.
Oh, you apologize. Well, you wouldn't any other time. Why is it that you and Phil and Don are always so sweet to me right before Christmas and so nasty the day after?
Look at the presents you give us.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Spend a fortune on gifts for this bunch?
No, but you're not supposed to win them on a punch board.
A punch board?
Yes.
Say, if I can pick up a star sapphire for $25, I'm going to do it. Anyway, I like a little action when I spend money. I like to gamble.
You like to gamble.
You know I do. Didn't I try to make a bet with you on the Rose Bowl game?
I'll say you tried.
Well, why didn't you take him up, Phil?
He only wanted California and 87 points.
I did not. Mary was standing right there with me in front of the Brown Derby when I suggested the bet. What did I say, Mary?
I don't know. I was flirting with a sailor.
It's a fine thing, a girl like you standing on the street flirting with a sailor. You didn't even know his name.
I did, too.
What was it?
SS Wyoming.
Oh, well, you must have seen it someplace. Anyway, Phil, if you still want that bet, you're going to have it.
Go on, I only bet with gamblers.
Oh, I suppose I'm not. Well, around O'Farrell's pool room in Waukegan, I was known as Nick the Greek. Yes, sir.
Is that true, Jack?
Why, Don, I used to bet 10, 15 cents on the turn of a card. And if I lost, ishkabibble. You can't help yourself, Don. I'm a gambler, and it's in my blood.
Some gambler. He plays a slot machine with an axe.
I do, huh? To hear this gang talk, you think I was a regular miser. I'm not afraid to part with my money.
Then why do you keep a police dog in your pocketbook?
A police dog? Now, that's just trying to be funny, that's all. I'll show you. Now, look, folks, here's my pocketbook. You can see for yourself. Is there a police dog in it? I've been trained. Oh, the low, underhanded tricks. Play, Phil. Now, come clean, Mary. Did you have anything to do with this? very nice. That was Dipsy Doodle, played by Phil Harris and his orc.
Orc?
Yes, we've got a long program tonight, Mary, so I'm abbreviating. Anyway, it was very good, Phil. I thought that number was terrific. Really, coloss.
Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that.
That's the idea, Phil. You saved us half a sec there. Didn't he, Mary?
Oh, but deaf.
Well, Livy, that's co-oping.
Jack, is our program really so long tonight?
I'm afraid it is, Don.
I see. Ladies and gents, when you're out shopping for an econom dessert, go to your Nave Gross and consider Jell-O.
Very good, Don. Very good.
It comes in 6 delish flavors: straw, rasp, cherry, or lemon lum.
Lum?
He forgot Abner.
Quiet. Huh?
So remember, folks, none is gin without the big red lets on the B.
That was swell, Don. Let's give him a hand, fellas. That's enough. That's enough. Well, we must have saved about an hour and a half there. And now, folks, for our feature attraction of the evening and dramatic highlight, Kenny Baker will walk in late as usual.
I'm not late. I was sitting here all the time.
You were? Then why didn't you speak up?
Because I didn't feel like it, that's why.
What's the matter with you, Kenny? You're still fighting with your girl?
Yes. Darn that love life of mine.
Well, it's interfering with your work, and I won't put up with it. Now what happened?
Oh, I went over to her house last night, and when I got there, I found another fellow sitting on the sofa with her. And she said it was her brother.
Well?
And she was kissing him.
Well, that's no crime. A girl can kiss her brother, can't she?
Not like that.
Well, Kenny, she's got another fella. Maybe your technique is wrong. Don't you ever bring her a present or anything?
Oh, sure. Every time I go to see her, I bring a package of gum. I give her 2 sticks, and I take 2 sticks.
Then what?
We chew like the dickens.
Well, that must be exciting.
I'll bet when the flavor's gone, he goes home.
Yeah. Imagine them sitting there, each chewing 2 sticks of gum. What happens to the extra stick, Kenny?
The other guy gets that.
Well, you're too generous. I'll tell you what you do, Kenny. Why don't you buy her a nice gift for Christmas, you know? Something she can use, like perfume or stockings.
Stockings?
Yeah.
Gee, I'd be ashamed to ask for those.
Oh.
If you're afraid, Kenny, I'll buy them for you.
No, I'll buy them. It might be a thrill.
Sure it will, Kenny. You'll get a kick out of it. And now, folks, now that Kenny feels better, he's going to sing one of the, Pardon me, come in.
Special delivery for Jake Benny.
Right here, boy, and my name is Jack.
Glad to know you. Mine's Harry.
Harry, that's a fine name with that bald head of yours.
You should see my chest.
Well, button your shirt and give me that letter.
Here you are. Goodbye.
Who's the letter from, Jack?
Wait a minute. It's from, Hey, Mary, this letter's for you. It came in care of me.
Let's have it. Oh, Jack, it's from my mother.
You haven't opened it yet. How do you know?
She makes her own postage stamps.
Oh. Well, let's hear what the old comedian has to say.
Read it, Mary. I think your mother's a riot.
Yeah, go ahead. We haven't got all night.
Okay. Plainfield, New Jersey, December 10th. My dear daughter, Mary, I haven't written you in some time as I've been busy preparing for the holidays. I received your letter and thanks very much for the check. It would have come in handy, but the landlord grabbed it on the first bounce.
Well,
right now, we're having a siege of 0 weather here in Plainfield. It has been so cold the last 2 weeks, your father hasn't taken a bath since June.
June? My.
Last Monday was the coldest day of the year. It was so bad we had to milk the cow with an ice pick.
Boy, that is cold.
Your Uncle Julius...
What is it, Mary?
Oh, Dex, this is a scream.
What?
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday.
Well, go on, Mary. Read it.
Your Uncle Julius was showing off yesterday and went outdoors without his earmuffs.
Yes.
So today he's going out without his ears.
Well, it serves him right.
This caused a lot of trouble, as now we have to glue his glasses on.
I bet he looks funny at that, huh?
Your cousin Otto was visiting us over the holidays, and he still walks in his sleep. So for Christmas, we are giving him pajamas with a cane to match.
Oh, well, that was thoughtful, I think.
Tell Jack we bought him a beautiful Christmas present, too.
Well.
We are sending it COD, as Jack always likes to know what things cost.
I hope it's something cheap.
Must close now, so Merry Christmas to you, Don, Phil, Kenny, and Nick the Greek. As usual, your mother.
As usual. Well, that was all right, Mama. Still up to par there. No?
Well, say, Jack.
Yes, Don?
It's getting rather late now. What kind of a play are we going to do tonight?
Oh, we won't have time for that, Don. Besides, I've got to get all my Christmas shopping done. I've been putting it off, and today I'm going to do it.
There goes $8.
I wish that was all. Don, announce Kenny's song and give him a good build-up, will you?
Sure, I'll handle it.
Can I go with you, Jack? I got a lot of shopping to do, too.
Okay, come along, Mary. So long, fellas.
Goodbye, everybody.
Are you ready for your song, Kenny?
All set.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Baker, the tenor of the Jell-O Show, will sing Am I in Love from Mr. Dodd Takes the Air, accompanied by Phil Harris and his Jell-O Orchestra, which comes to you through the courtesy of Jell-O. Boy, what a break. Sing it, Kenny.
My temples tingle every time we meet. My heart goes pitter-patter, then seems to miss a beat. I've been writing and reciting poetry all day. What can it be? If you ask me, I really couldn't say. Am I the victim of the thing that makes a tiger tender as a dove? There must be something wrong with me, I know, for I'm behaving like a raving Romeo. Am I in love? Am I the victim of the magic of the moonlight and a million stars above? Am I in love? I only wish I knew. But if I am, then I'm in love with you.
That was Am I in Love, sung by Kenny Baker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we take you to one of Hollywood's biggest department stores, where we find...
Gee, this store is crowded. Everybody pushing and shoving. Here, give me your hand, Mary.
Let go of me. My name's Kelly.
Oh, pardon me, lady. Mary, where are you?
Over here in men's garters.
Well, take them off and stick to me. Now, let's see. What's first on my list? 4 shirts, 6 handkerchiefs, 3 pair of socks, 2 hand towels. Oh, darn it, this is my laundry list. I sent some stuff out this morning.
I thought you did your own.
I was too busy this week.
Oh.
Anyway, I know what I want. Now, let me see. First, I want to get a little gold-plated keychain for Phil.
Yeah, there's something he doesn't need.
He does, too. He always carries a lot of keys in his pockets.
That guy knows more doors.
Yeah.
Here's the counter right over here.
Oh, yes. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to buy a chain.
Dog, watch, or Daisy?
Look, and I want a keychain, for keys.
How about a nice fountain pen?
I don't want a fountain pen. I want a chain.
How can you write a letter with a chain?
Now, look, young man, I don't want to write a letter.
Oh, you don't, eh?
No.
Guys like you that cause all the trouble in this country.
What trouble? Now, wait a minute. Do you want to sell me a chain or not?
I wouldn't sell you a chain if you were an elk's tooth.
Oh, come on, Mary. Let's go.
Why don't you take the fountain pen, Jack? Phil could lead the orchestra with it.
All right. How much is that fountain pen?
$4.
All right, here you are. Wrap it up, and I haven't got all day.
Okay.
Fresh guy. Hey, what's the idea of wrapping that pen in a blotter?
It leaks a little.
$4 for a leaky pen. I ought to have you fired.
You can't do it.
Why not?
I don't work here.
It's a fine store.
Let's go to the toy department, Jack. I want to get some dolls for a couple of kids I know.
Yeah, I wonder where it is. Wait here, Mary. I'll ask the floor walker. Pardon me, sir. Could you direct me to the toy department?
The toy department? Yes. You take the elevator.
Where's the perfume counter, please?
2 aisles to the right, madame, and straight ahead. Now, what was it you wanted?
The toy department.
Oh,
please.
yes, the toy department. You take the elevator.
Excuse me, where do I get Christmas cards?
3rd floor, center aisle.
Thank you.
Now, let's see. You wanted...
The toy department, please.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. You take the elevator.
Oh, floor walker, have you seen my little boy?
Madam, I've seen thousands of little boys.
Well, that's not the one. Goodbye.
Now, look, mister.
Oh, pardon me. You wanted lampshades, didn't you?
No, I wanted toys. The toy department.
Oh, of course. Now, you take the elevator.
I've taken it 3 times already. My goodness.
Well, don't get huffy about it.
I'm not getting huffy, and I don't want any back talk. Got a good mind to report you. What's your name?
Woo-Woo Smith.
Oh.
Hey, Jack, I found out where it is. It's on the 4th floor.
Okay, Mary, let's take the elevator. You now stay close to me.
Oh, Jack, look. There's
What?
Kenny over by the ladies' hosiery counter.
Oh, he finally did it. Where? Oh, yeah.
Look at him blushing.
Let's sneak over, huh?
Now, young man, for the 10th time, what do you want?
Well, Oh, you laugh.
Oh, come on now, please. I'm very busy.
All right, I want a pair of stockings.
What kind?
For legs.
Oh, hello, Kenny.
Oh, hello, Jack. Boy, what I've just gone through.
Well, come along with us. We're going up to the toy department. You can get the stockings later.
Okay.
Here's the elevator, Jack.
Yeah.
Going up. Watch your step, please.
Let's get in quick. It's awfully crowded here.
Hey, you stop pushing.
I'm not pushing, lady. I'm just trying to get in the elevator.
Well, you don't have to get rough about it, you communist.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's all you can expect from a guy that drives a Maxwell.
I'll ignore that. Oh, Kenny. Kenny. Hey, Mary, we lost Kenny.
We did not. I'm standing on him.
Standing on him?
Yeah.
Going up. Hang on to your hats.
Darn store I
2nd floor. Flat iron, sofa pillows, submarines, aspirin tablets, and horseradish. Going up.
Say, boy, this elevator's awfully crowded, isn't
You
it?
should see it on bank night.
It sure is packed.
Breathe in, Jack, so I can breathe out.
Quiet.
3rd floor. Stuffed furniture, stuffed owls, stuffed celery, and stuff.
Stuff?
Next stop, Albuquerque.
What is this, a train?
I think so. I got a cinder in my eye.
That's my heel.
4th floor. Darning needles, knitting needles, hypodermic needles, and Needles, California.
Aren't the toys on this floor?
There must be. This is the end of the line.
Come on, Mary and Kenny.
Going down, all aboard.
Mary, get away from those tracks. Now, let's see. Where are the toys?
There's the floor walker. Ask him.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, sir. Where's the doll department?
The doll department?
Yes.
You won't tell anybody, will you?
No. You can trust me.
The 3rd aisle to the left, center section. Look for the lady in black.
Gee, everybody's nuts around here.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. We're looking for something in dolls.
Oh, we have a lovely assortment. Now, here's an original Shirley Temple doll. Oh, gee, that's cute, Jack. Yeah. When you lay it down, here's what happens.
Oh, isn't that marvelous?
Oh, she says the same thing every time.
What do you want from a doll? The Gettysburg Address? That isn't what I want anyway.
Look, Jack, here's a nice one. Popeye the Sailor.
That's Popeye. Popeye.
If you're looking for a novelty, here's something brand new this year. An Andy Devine doll.
An Andy Devine doll? Gee, Mary, it does look like Andy. Curly hair, big smile.
Baggy pants and everything.
Yeah. How does it work, miss?
Well, you wind it up like this and he talks. Listen.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, isn't he cute, Mary?
Oh, he's awesome.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck.
Oh, it's all run down. Wind it up again, Mary.
Woo-hoo-hoo, that tickles.
Hey, Kenny, have you seen this doll? It talks.
It does?
Yeah.
Hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck, hiya, Buck. Hiya, Buck.
Hello, Andy.
Hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, hiya, Kenny, blah.
Well, that's the most marvelous thing I've ever seen. I'll take this one, miss.
Oh, Jack, look at Santa Claus over there sitting in that sleigh.
Gee, he's all dressed up in red.
Let's go over and see him. He looks so fat and jolly. Come on, we'll talk to him, huh?
Oh, this ought to be fun.
Gee, I'm scared.
Funny, I feel just like a kid again.
Go ahead, talk to him, Jack.
Oh, I don't want. He might ask me if I've been a good boy.
Oh, go on, Jack.
All right. Hello, Sandy Claus.
Hello, stranger.
Hey, Schlepperman.
Quiet, I'm Kris Kringle now.
Well, tell me, Schlepp, how do you happen to be Sandy Claus?
I don't know. I came in here to buy a suit, and they sold me a red one.
Well, Schlepp, it is kind of loud there.
I feel like a stoplight. Well, Mary, tell Santa Claus. What do you want for Christmas, eh?
Can you put a mink coat in my stocking?
Why, certainly.
Boy, you are Santa Claus.
So am I, and you know it. Kenny, tell Santa Claus what you want.
Oh, I'm too big for that stuff.
Ah, speak up, Kenny boy. What would you like to find in your stockings Christmas morning?
Me, my feet are cold.
Oh, you're too practical there.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, little boy.
Look, Santa Claus is my papa.
He is?
Sure. Hey, Santa Claus, ain't you my papa? Go home, Pincus. You're spoiling the illusion.
So that's your little boy. Well, tell me, Schlepp, what does your wife think of you being Santa Claus?
My, Jackie, she's overdoing it. Every night when I come home for supper, she feeds me reindeer.
Reindeer for supper. How do you like it?
Fine, but the horns give me indigestion.
Well, we got to be running along. Say goodbye to Santa Claus.
Goodbye, Sandy.
Goodbye, kiddies.
Hey, Schlepp, when am I going to see you again?
Well, I'll tell you, Jack. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come. I'll be coming down your chimney when I come.
You'll be coming down my chimney.
He'll be coming down your chimney.
I'll be coming down when smoke gets in my eyes.
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
Can't you hear me calling when the snow is gently falling?
He'll be coming down the chimney when he...
I would like a cup of tea with a banjo on my knee.
He'll be coming down the chimney. He'll be coming down the chimney.
I'll be coming down the chimney when I... Chimney, 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 chimney. Figaro, 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 Figaro. Figaro! Ha, 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 ha.
We'll be waiting, Santa Claus. Let's go home, kiddies.
This is the time of the year when all the family will soon be home, and here's a grand dessert that all the family will love. The name of it is Apple Lime Whip, and you like it especially because it's delicious fruit dessert that's always seasonal. Here's how you make it. Dissolve 1 package of lime jello in a pint of hot water. Chill until cold and syrupy. Then place in a bowl of cracked ice and whip with a rotary egg beater until it's deliciously fluffy. Fold in 1 cup of applesauce and turn into a mold. When it's chilled firm and ready to serve, you'll be delighted with Apple Lime Whip. For whipped lime jello has a grand and luscious color, a lovely creamy green, and molded with applesauce, it makes a wonderful flavor combination. Smooth, rich, and delicious. Try this brand new dessert tomorrow, but Just be sure you make it with the one and only genuine Jell-O.
We're a little late, so good night, folks.
Jell-O. Kenny Baker appears on the Jell-O program through the courtesy of Mervyn LeRoy Productions. The melody, I'm in My Glory, is from the score of the picture Merry Go Round.
This is Chesterton Radio, the true, good, and beautiful at chestertonradio.com.
The story of Jonathan Thomas and his Christmas on the Moon. This is the story of a wee little boy who has just turned 6, and his name is Jonathan Thomas. And what happened to him is not just fiddlesticks, for right here's where we make the promise. It could have happened to you if you were not you, but instead were Jonathan Thomas, who said his prayers every night upstairs and jumped into bed clear up to his head and snuggled and juggled and ruggled and juggled because Christmas was not very far off and was as good as he could, as all other boys would, if Christmas were coming so soon. For if he was bad and not merry and glad, his dad would not like such a lad, and be sad, and even a bit mad, and not read fairy tales in his room, where the moon disgustingly listened to his weepings and wails. But here is the story, and it's true, don't you worry, 'cause remember, I made you the promise. It's as true blue, and could have happened to you, if it hadn't happened to Jonathan Thomas. You see, the big grandfather clock in the hall had just struck 8, and Jonathan Thomas had had his bath and said his prayers and kissed Mummy and Nan and then taken the hand of his dad, and up the stairs they went. 1, 2, button your shoe, 3, 4, shut the door, until they were to where you say 11, 12, the kitchen shelf, and then down the hall and in the room and whisk into bed.
Now, pull the covers up so you won't catch the sneezels.
Daddy.
What is it?
Mommy said if I were to brush my teeth 4 times, you would to speak a story.
Well, now, and did you brush your teeth that many times?
Uh-huh.
Then what shall the story be about?
About Jonathan Thomas and Gus.
Jonathan Thomas and Gus?
Uh-huh.
Well, once upon a time, there was a little boy.
Wait, Daddy. Gus has got to hear, too. He can't if he's under the covers.
Oh, well, then, by all means, we must haul him out from under the covers. But Gus would be as angry if he didn't hear the story. And he'd probably cry until his sawdust got wet. There now. Now, let's sit him up on the pillow, and we'll twist one ear a little further forward, so he'll have no difficulty in hearing. Now then, are we ready?
Uh-huh.
Well, once upon a time, there was a wee little boy who had just turned 6, and his name was Jonathan Thomas. And he had a beautiful stuffed teddy bear named Gus. And one night, when Jonathan Thomas went to bed away upstairs, after he'd brushed his teeth, and when he was tucked in with Gus by his side, and when he was asleep, a long, slender moonbeam made of pure silver came through the window, like that. And down the moonbeam came sliding 2 of the queerest creatures you ever did see, like that. And there they were, laughing and chuckling and giggling and poking their fingers at Jonathan Thomas, who was sound asleep as he could ever be. But right away, quick as 46 tigers, Gus opened his left eye, and then his right eye, and he saw the creatures, and then he opened his mouth and went. And he jumped from the bed right after those creatures. And those creatures ran up the moonbeam. And Gus ran after them, barking like everything, or whooping, or whatever koala bears do. And all this noise woke up Jonathan Thomas. And he saw Gus running up the moonbeam. And he jumped right out of bed and right up the moonbeam after Gus, shouting as loud as ever he could.
Gus, come back, Gus. What a very strange place. Maybe I'd better knock on this door. Oh, hello.
Uh-oh, well, goodness gracious, my land and Jiminy Crickets. Whatever do you mean by knocking on my door when the sign plainly says absolutely no knocking until after 9 o'clock daylight saving moon time? Where are you? I mean, who are you? I don't see your name written on you anywhere. Well, speak up, speak up, speak up, speak up. Or the cat got your tongue. If he has, we'll write him a letter and tell him to bring it back straight away quicker than you could say Jack Robinson. Isn't that silly of me? If the cat really got your tongue, you couldn't say Jack Robinson, could you?
My name is Jonathan Thomas.
Oh, what a silly name. Thomerson Jonas. Oh, then, never mind. We can't all have beautiful names like Scramboozle or Flimpuddle, can we? I had a grandfather once.
Have you seen Guz?
Don't change the subject. Who's Guz?
He's my teddy bear, and he ran away.
Well, then why don't you go there and look for him instead of pestering me? Don't stand there in the doorway. Either come in or stay out. Yes, you'll have to do one or the other, you know. You can't do both at the same time. It's against the law.
If you please, sir, I'll come in.
What a silly thing to say, young man. It's not if I please, but if you please. Yeah. Have you had your breakfast?
Oh, no, sir.
Well, then who did have it if you didn't?
No one, I don't think.
You mean no one you do think. For if no one did have it instead of you, you'd know it. And if I were you, I shouldn't let no one have it again. Mr. No One's getting entirely too many breakfasts lately. Yep. Will you have breakfast with me?
Oh, I should like that very much if you don't mind.
Well, of course, I don't mind, except for old King Cole. Yeah, and I have to mind him or he'll throw me in jail for 1 billion years. And then, what would you like for breakfast?
Oh, I'd like just anything.
Well, I haven't got any of that. You shouldn't go around wanting things that people haven't got. Yep. Well, I can give you oatmeal porridge and cream and some squaffles and baconate.
Oh, thank you very much. That sounds the bestest of anything.
Well, of course it does. Yep. I don't think I like anything very well myself much, unless it's cooked just right. Well, now, come along. It'll be too late for breakfast, and you'll have to eat lunch instead. That would be...
Oh, I'm as full as 2 times 2. That was the bestest breakfast I ever ate. Oh, but I wish Guz was here. Do you think we could find him?
Well, I suppose we can. If you know where he is.
But I don't know.
Well, then how on the moon do you expect to find him if you don't know where he is? Of course, it might be that the squibboblins have him.
Who?
Only owls say, who? Haven't you ever heard of the squibboblins? They're always catching something. A long time ago, they caught little Bo Peep's sheep. And they never brought him back. And only last Tuesday, I had a cold. Oh, it was a beautiful cold. And they caught that. And I haven't seen it since. They're a most dreadful people.
Are they? Oh, do you think they caught Guz?
Well, I shouldn't be at all surprised. But I sometimes am.
Oh, I hope not. Because next to my mommy and dad, I love Guz the bestest.
Yeah. Do you hear anything?
Of course I do. There's somebody at the door.
Oh, my goodness, I thought so. Now I'll have to say come in, for I can't say stay out, for whoever it is already out. So I'll have to say come in.
Well, can't you just say nothing at all?
I don't know. I've never tried. What does it mean? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. I'll just have to say come in. Yes, I will, yes, I will, yes, I will. Come in! Oh, so it's you, is it?
Yep.
Well, what do you wish? And you can't have more than 3 wishes.
If you please, Mr. Man in the Moon, I have brought great news.
Well, let me see it.
I have come to tell you that you had better hide, because the wretched squibbobles are coming. And now I have to go and tell everybody else. Goodbye.
Oh, my goodness, the squeal bubbles are coming. Oh, this is terrible. Come quickly, Jonathan Thomas. We must hide ever so fast or they'll catch us.
Where will we hide?
Well, right here, of course. Where do you suppose? If the squeal bubbles come into this room, just shut your eyes and don't make a sound.
Don't we have to hide somewhere?
No, because somewhere is too far to go and we haven't time. Just shut your eyes.
Can't they see us if we shut our eyes?
Of course they can't. Who ever heard of such a thing? You can't see them, can you, with your eyes shut?
No.
Well, then how can they see us if we can't see them? I'd like to know... Uh-oh. My goodness. Here they come. Now, don't forget, shut your eyes and don't make a sound.
All right. I won't.
Oh. One more thing. If they should ask if anyone's here, tell them no. Shut your eyes now, quick.
Can you see anyone in here, General?
Oh, I can't see a soul. They must all be hiding.
You'd better ask and see.
Yes, sir. Is anyone in here?
No. We haven't seen him all day.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
You're extremely welcome.
There's no one here, General. You might as well leave. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Oh, my goodness. That was a narrow escape. So narrow I could hardly squeeze through it. Well, you can open your eyes now, Jonathan Thomas.
Didn't they see us?
Of course not. How could they? You had your eyes shut all the time, didn't you? Oh, my goodness. There's more of it. Come in.
Quick, where away? The Swibobliums have kidnapped Santa Claus.
Kidnapped Santa Claus?
And we must watch to rescue him right away. Quick, away!
Oh, my goodness. Hurry, Jonathan Thomas. We must rush to the rescue. Santa Claus has been kidnapped. Oh, and there won't be any Christmas unless we rescue him. Come on, Jonathan Thomas. We must hurry like everything, only faster.
Well, it isn't very long until Christmas, and Santa Claus has been kidnapped. Will Jonathan Thomas and the Man in the Moon be able to find him in time? And what about Gus? Where is he? Don't forget to listen to the next adventure of Jonathan Thomas.